Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. The next 10 minutes are inspired by a bunch of regrets. You're going to enjoy it. Welcome to the engine. I have blown it quite a few times in my life. Quite a few times. One of the biggest things that stuck with me was when I was 18. I got into Cal and I decided to join the rowing team, and the crew team had been in the middle of this dynasty. The varsity boat had won the national championship the last 2 years, destroyed people. It was amazing. And the freshman boat, which is the boat that all of the first year people went into, that boat had won the national championships and Pac-10s right before. It was Pac-10s then. No, it's Pac-12s now. But they were amazing. They were fantastic. And I knew if I had any chance of making the boat, because I think we started with like 18 people in my freshman year. If we had any chance of making the boat, if I did, I had never rowed before. I was going to have to train like a madman. And so I did. I trained. I was on a rowing machine in my swim coach's backyard all summer. I was at the gym lifting weights. I was doing everything I could to get bigger and stronger and have some chance. And as such, I didn't have any time for the swim team I was on. Now, rec swimming in the summer, it's not a huge deal, right? Like, it's not Olympic stuff, but I took it really seriously, and these were my friends. These were my very close friends, lifelong friends, some of them, and we were supposed to crush that summer because we were all 18 at the time, so we were at the top of the age bracket, and we were swimming as fast as we had ever swam. So it was really supposed to be this shining year where you just go out on top, and I didn't have time to do both. I mean, I went to the meets and stuff. I went to practice and whatnot, but I just genuinely didn't have time to put the effort into swimming like I should have. And that's bothered me my whole life after that. It bothered me that I really felt like I let down my teammates. It's something that even into my adult life, when I see my friends from high school that I swam with, I can't help it. I bring it up. I got this weight. I got this monkey on my back. And then I go to Cal, and then I graduate. And I dove right into tutoring right after college because I didn't really have any other plan. I knew I liked teaching a lot, and I passed up law school to keep teaching and tutoring privately, so I went after it. And it was really, really hard. It was hard. I mean, we hit the financial crisis. My wife and I were working like crazy, and as such, we really traded a huge portion of our 20s for this. Now, I'm not saying we didn't go out every Friday night. I'm saying we didn't go out any Friday night. We worked Saturday and Sunday like machines. And I have a dear friend, Teresa. I went to Cal with her. She was a rower as well. And she would hit me up and say, hey, we were going to go to Stinson Beach, or we're going to go to Point Reyes and go tide pooling and check the stuff out. Can you come? She was wonderful in including me, even though pretty much every single time I'd have to say I couldn't go. And that just kills me. I mean, here was this person who was really, really trying to be an awesome friend to me, and she is, and she was, and every time we were working, we were barely making it. I didn't have a choice. It's not like my wife and I enjoyed working that much. We were kind of coming apart at the seams, and we knew that privately. We didn't tell other people, but it was a really, really rough time for us. And I've always felt bad about that. There are really big problems with the decisions I've made. And these are just a couple small ones, but I feel them. I know listening to this, you're kind of like, all right, so you didn't get to swim on, the summer rec league, or like, okay, so you couldn't go tide pooling. But these things bother me because they're at the core of my interpersonal relationships. The swim team was those were my people. Those were my people. As much as I had people in my life, that was it. And I let those people down. And when I was kind of a train wreck at Cal, Teresa was always there. She was super cool. She always had this giant rice maker and would like give me rice, and I just kind of chill out and eat. And she just let me complain a little bit and move on. But she was there. She's a dear friend. And I regret letting them down. I regret making the decisions I did. But here's the thing. And this is at the crux of it. I could have trained for swimming the summer leading into Cal more. I could have trained for swimming and trained for rowing less. As it played out, I did go to Cal. I did row. I had never rowed before, but I went in. I made the boat, so I made the top 8 guys and beat out people that had won state and placed nationally in high school. So those were some of the best rowers in the country, and I was able in 10 months to be better than them. And then I went on to row for another 3 years, and I won the national championship my senior year. I did make a call, and that's what the call got me. And I love my friend Teresa. There's almost nothing that could justify not cultivating that relationship more. But my wife and I did survive the Great Recession. We did survive the complete financial meltdown. We were self-employed tutors, man. Like that is not an industry where you print money. I mean, we didn't have employees. We were going to people's houses. We were working 7 days a week. Couldn't work anymore. We couldn't. And we survived that. And we never compromised ourselves financially. And we were very, very strict with ourselves. And we're solid because of it. We're not rich, but we're financially solid. We're fine. And the thing is, at some point in life, you realize that you have to pick your regrets. Because if you're somebody who's doing anything, you will likely have more than one option in life. At some point. And they will both be viable and they will both be great. And you're going to have to pick one of them to do and one of them to regret not doing. And that's the way it is. And people talk, oh, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Maybe you're not really sad about them, but you had other viable opportunities. You had other commitments that you could have fulfilled. You had other adventures and other explorations that you could have gotten into. You could have done other things, but you didn't. And you have to pick your regrets. If I had to do it over, I think I would pick the same regrets. If I had to do it over, if I had been indulgent and just hung out at the end of high school and done my rec swimming and really enjoyed that, I don't think I would have made the boat my freshman year, and I can't go into the number of things that would have been affected. If I hadn't been super strict with myself, and my wife hadn't been super strict with herself, and we had been more recreational and been more seeking entertainment and fun and adventure through our 20s, we would not be in the situation we are now. We likely would have gone bankrupt or would have had to abandon our tutoring and gotten other jobs. Not the end of the world, but a vastly different life experience. I would pick the same regrets. And it stinks that life is like this. It stinks that you have to come down to the idea that, look, you're gonna regret something. But it's also wonderful. Because as long as you know you're going to have to pick your regrets, as long as you know you will have to make a call one way or another, at least you'll know you're in the driver's seat. At least you won't blame other people. And hopefully, you'll pick the right regret. I'm Matt Todd, and this is the engine that drives me. Go out and crush it.